human rights on the continent, whilst also urging stakeholders to remain firm even in the face of daunting challenges. The Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Lamin Jabate, in his opening statement, said this session provides Africa with a unique opportunity to come together for the development of the continent, insisting that this is the right forum to discuss fundamental issues about human rights in Africa. On the home front, he said that fundamental progress has been made in the protection and promotion of human rights, with a number of groundbreaking developments also in the pipeline.
The parliamentary elections of March 2012 and the recently concluded local government elections a few days ago were peaceful, fair, and transparent. The National Assembly has recently passed a series of legislations, including the Appropriation Act of 2012, Women's Amendment Act 2012, Income and Value Added Tax Act 2012, Anti-Money Laundering and Combating of Terrorist Financing Act of 2012. The government of the Gambia has also commenced consultations on the establishment of National Human Rights Commission with the assistance of the Commonwealth Secretariat.
He also reaffirmed the Gambia government's commitment to the promotion and protection of human rights and its continued support to the Commission in the execution of its mandate. The opening ceremony marks the beginning of 2 weeks of deliberations by delegates to critically examine and review the human rights situation in Africa, involving a series of side events, presentations, and brainstorming on how to improve the human rights situation in Africa and in impunity. The forum is expected to close in 2 weeks' time. Mamadou Diallo, GRTS.
Well, first parliamentary sittings of the Gambia National Assembly in the 2013 legislative year kicked off with a general debate on the President's 32-page speech. Babakar Kamara witnessed proceedings at the National Assembly and reports deputies unanimously commended the President's development agenda, describing it as necessary for the attainment of the Vision 2020 and-page blueprints.
This August Assembly returns thanks and gratitude to His Excellency's speech of the 28th February on the set opening of the National Assembly. Those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those not in favor, say no. The ayes have it.
It is the first parliamentary sitting by deputies in the 2013 legislative year, conferring accolades to President Jammeh's recent address to Parliament and the general public.
Your task as National Assembly members is onerous, yet very rewarding, as your preoccupation is principally to better the lives of your fellow citizens through the enactment and implementation of appropriate legislative frameworks. Mr. Speaker, our dear nation has come a long way since July 1994. And for the past 18 years, my government has remarkably maintained peace, progress, and development in all aspects of life.
They are back on sittings evaluating the country's net development margins, measured in a 12-month calendar time frame, graced by the country's leadership barely a week ago. Their debates, exacerbated by adding improvements underscored by the Jammeh administration, have carved a niche for the smiling coast with an undeterred commitment by deputies on behalf of their electorate.
Gambia is a democratic country. And our president has been acclaimed as the man of peace. He upholds the ideals of democracy and good governance. And that leads me to the Honorable Majority's commendation to the NRP opposition party to partake in the just concluded local government elections, which was deemed to be fair and free.
His Excellency's address to Parliament is supposed to highlight and analyze the performance of his government over the previous year and inform this Assembly, who are representatives of the people, what plans and programs his government has for the year ahead.
With the 2013 first legislative sittings entirely dedicated to President Jammeh's achievements, more of its kind are hoped to happen on the shadows of anticipated gains meant to be registered in the coming years. Babukar Kamara, GRTS.
Nigerians resident in the Gambia, diplomats and senior government officials recently gathered in Yundum for the commissioning of the new Nigerian International School Complex. Abdullah Baji was at the program, and this is his report.
The quest to promoting and bringing quality and relevant education to the doorsteps of Gambians and non-Gambians alike continues through collaborative efforts of the government and the private sector. The inauguration of the Nigerian International School is yet another giant step taken by its people resident in the Gambia in contributing to the development of education in the country. The school's commissioning was witnessed by senior government officials, diplomats, Nigerians, as well as friends in the Gambia. The chairman of the Central Planning Committee, Professor Prince Ikupolati, gave an in-depth history of how the entire initiative started, which later got transformed into a fully operational learning institute. Their dream, he said, is to see the school transformed into a university that would benefit all nationals in the country. The school, according to the chairman, will provide education for Nigerian and Gambian children alike. Yusuf Akim cited the establishment of the school as a demonstration of the level of integration and cordial relationship that exists between the two countries. He seized the opportunity to thank all those who have contributed in the realization of their dreams of establishing the school.
This event demonstrates the high level of integration that exists between the Nigerian community in the Gambia and our hosts, as well as the level of cordial relations that exist between the two countries, the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the Republic of the Gambia. I must commend the initiators of this project and all the members of the various committees that have worked tirelessly over the years towards the realization of this objective.
The Minister of Basic and Secondary Education, Honorable Fatou Lamin Faye, hailed the Nigerian community for complementing government efforts in providing quality education to the children. She highlighted that the government of the Gambia is committed to partnering with relevant stakeholders in boosting education at all times. She concluded by lauding the initiative taken by the pioneers of the project.
The government, under the dynamic leadership of His Excellency the President of the Republic, is indeed committed to working with the private sector through a vibrant network of partnerships anchored in the framework of the public-private partnership approach for the advancement of education in this country. And this underpins the fact that government need partners to deliver education of good quality to the relevant segment of the population. Through such partnership, the indicator values for access to education and the improvement of quality are already evident. In the area of access, there has been a remarkable increase in the number of ECD centers and lower basic schools across the country, with deprived communities now benefiting from ECD provision at virtually no cost to the households.
The Nigerian High Commissioner, Her Excellency Esther John Adu, dilated on the importance of early childhood education while thanking her people for their support.
When a child is born, every good parent will pray to see it grow and become a useful person within the family and also to the use of the generality of the public. Today, I must confess that it is a great privilege and honor to address you today on this historic occasion of the formal commissioning of the Nigerian International School, Banjul, the Gambia. I sincerely thank Almighty God for making this day possible and also bringing us this far.
Dr. Mamadou Tangara, the Minister of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, highlighted the importance the government attaches to education.
The opening of this school cannot better demonstrate the manner in which such multidimensional challenges can be effectively and decisively mitigated. Noting further that the target date for the meeting of the EFA and MDG target of attaining universal primary education is only 9